Sharma? A very good afternoon to all the RCs, DCs, principals and principals, teachers and TSWREIS. First of all, let me wish you a very happy New Year 2018. I am sure that you all have a blasting celebration in your homes or in your institutions. Let us forget the failures, the unsuccessful attempts and all the sad things of 2017. In fact, God has given us a very good virtue of forgetfulness. So we forget the unhappiness, the unpleasant memories, and we surge ahead for a brighter future. So with that hope, let us all look forward for a brighter new year ahead of all of us. Now with me in the studio is wishing you a happy new year. With me Mrs. Anita, our Deputy Secretary, Academics. Welcome, ma'am.
Namaste. Thank you, sir.
Welcome to the today's program.
And I wish all our audience a happy new year, sir.
Yes. We also have with us Mr. Sudhagar, Deputy Secretary, Academics from Tribal Welfare Society. Welcome, sir.
Happy New Year to all.
Yeah. Madam, I just wanted to, before going into the new programs into 2018, and as we all wait for our secretary to join us because of some urgent matters he is held up, he'll join us within another 10 to 15 minutes. So meantime, let us have a review of our programs which we conducted in our societies in 2017. Ma'am, we have a program, very interesting programs. In fact, we have a lot of innovative programs in our society in 2017. One such program is flipped classes. We have just started maybe the fag end of 2017. Yeah. So how do you view it as a in charge of academics? How far it is going on well in our society?
Yeah, really flipped class model is an innovative thing and a novel thing, and in some time earlier we didn't think of flipping classes, because we thought that teacher is the monarch of the class and the classroom is his territory, and the students they are mere spectators or listeners and followers of the teacher, and they need not open their mouths in the classroom. Simply they sit passive and they learn and they reproduce it in the examinations. That is the thing we are accustomed to, and we were following till now. But this flipped class mode has given an opportunity for the students and as well as the teachers to train the students in this flipped class mode. Flipping of class is nothing but sharing the responsibility of teaching with the students. Sure, in yes. my view, I think this is the flipped yes. class mode. Yeah. And we are following this mode, as you said, in the fag end of the academic year. This initiative has started. Yes. And still we are in exploring and experimenting in this process, and we have not achieved much success and much knowledge about this. In due course of following this flipped class mode, we are going to gain some more knowledge, some more experimentation, and finally by the end of this 17-18 academic year, we will come to a better understanding of a flipped class
end of
mode.
This maybe 2018,
18 April,
we hope to have
yes.
maybe all the classroom can be flipped. Right, ma'am?
Yes, in this, the teacher's role is a mentor's role. Yes. Instead of teaching, teacher is allotting some topics to the students, and the teacher is preparing some material. Meanwhile, students also will go through the textbooks, the additional material, through the reference books. They can search in internet. They can gather as much as material as possible, and they prepare themselves to teach the classroom. Yes. These topics may be divided for each student.
Yes.
Yes, and they explain the important points. They discuss the important points along with their fellow students also. This is not like that 4 or 5 students are taking this flipped class and other students sit passively.
Yes, I really like the point what you said, you know,
Yes.
sharing the responsibility.
Yes.
Now, in what way? Not in teaching. I think it's not in teaching. In sharing the responsibility means maybe the teacher gives the pre-reading to the students.
Yes.
They understand, they comprehend it, they come prepared for the classes, and the teacher through various means make the student understand that the concept which is she intend to teach.
Yeah, the teacher.
So I think you mean that.
Yes,
you mean that.
Yes, the
exactly.
teacher initiates the discussion.
Yes.
Are they students who have got prepared for teaching this flipped class mode? They come point by point.
Yes.
Of the concept.
Yes.
The other students, if they have got any doubts, if they want to add something, if they want to take it further, the other students in the classroom also have to be allowed to discuss with these students. If these students stuck at one point, then the role of the mentor teacher has to comes there, and the teacher is there to clarify the doubts of the students.
Thank you, ma'am. That's a very good observation you made it. Now let's listen to Mr. Sudhagar. Sir, how is it going on in the institutions across Telangana tribal welfare residential schools?
So this year we are also thinking of introducing our this Flipped class as a flagship program of Gurukulam institutions. Our teachers and students have been very good accustomed for this new policy. Now it has been very effective in our teaching practices. And the students are able to get explore the information from various sources like reading books on the internet and getting the information from the other teachers and gathering for that. It is a very good program which have been introduced to the institution level.
Yes.
So now it is very effective program. It's running in our institutions most effectively.
Yes, sir. And how do the teachers view it, sir? Because you know they are so used to. We cannot blame the teachers because we as teachers we are so used to the traditional method of teaching. Now it is maybe just opposite to the lecture method. So how do your teachers, the seasoned and the experience and
the teachers also welcoming
teachers? How do they view?
The teachers also welcoming this program. And they have been very happily involving the students into coming to the mainstream of the flipped class. By the way, teacher is acting as a facilitator to run the program in this one. So, according to the method of flipped classes, he has been very convenient and comfort by introducing this flipped class.
Yes, sir. So, I think Anita madam and Sudhagar sir, both of you agree that the teacher's role is minimized in this flipped class. Teacher is like a guide on the side, not by like always our secretary quotes that teacher is a guide on the side, not on the stage on the stage. So I think both of you agree that, and you are sure that by 2018, end of 2018, all our classrooms are going to be flipped mode.
Yes, naturally we feel that it is very effective program to the students as well as the teachers also. They can be habituated to the switch over to the flipped class method.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now let us go to another important program. We have taken on a massive scale is Bharat Darshan.
Yes.
So that is all our students and principals and teachers especially. They are all talking about Bharat Darshan, and some are feeling very bad that they missed the opportunity, and opportunity once missed is never going to come back. So, ma'am, we have initiated Bharat Darshan maybe month of October, I think. Mr. Sharma and his team has been working very hard to make this project come true. Now, what is your take on that, the summer, Bharat Darshan, how it is going on at present?
Yes, sir. We are very glad to inform you that the Bharat Darshan program has already been started, and the first team is now at Visakhapatnam. They are visiting Vizag and Araku. They are enjoying the chill weather and the hospitality provided by the IRCTC persons, and with the guidance of Sharma Garu and with the guidance of our secretary, are the most selected students are enjoying their trips, sir. And likewise we are having some more trips for some other batches. One batch is going to visit Mysore and Bangalore, the other batch Chennai and Mahabalipuram, the other batch going to visit Delhi, Jaipur and Ajmer, and the next batch is will be visiting Aurangabad, Ajanta and Ellora. the famous historical places in our country, and they are going to gain the rich experience, and they are going to share the experience with us. Already this Visakhapatnam and Araku students are sharing their photos, their their enjoyment.
I think WhatsApp is full of photographs of their experiences.
Full of their pics, and we are enthralled to see their pics in the WhatsApp, sir. And this is not come within a night.
Yes.
With the effort of years of effort of the students and the teachers.
Yeah.
This opportunity has been provided by our secretary, sir.
Yes.
To the best among best of the students.
Best of students. I think it's an honor and a privilege of the students, you know, to prove they have proved themselves in different fields, like be it academics, be it sports and cultural activities. So the society, with the blessings of the secretary, is approving them. Yes, we appreciate you. We acknowledge your services. We acknowledge your contribution to the growth of the institution. And here you go and visit different places, important places in India.
Yes.
So that's why they named as Bharat Darshan. You know, usually our students get a rare chance to visit the places. And it's all the more fun to visit with their own friends and the teachers.
And I think this is first of its kind in this education field.
I think in the government sector as well.
In the government sector,
yes,
our students are very fortunate enough to have such an opportunity. Yes. And this is an encouragement for the other students to compete and to participate in various kinds of activities.
Yes.
And to prove their might to get this chance next year.
Yeah, I mean, students might have gone, you know, separately with their families and with their close friends, but this experience is altogether different one.
Yes.
Because they have a lot of fun, peer enjoyment is there, a lot of fun and frolic is there, and of course there are a lot of experience and a lot of exposure for them, and they learn a lot of things. You know, they meet to talk to people from different cultures and religion and different languages. They meet people from different states. So these are the advantages of that. I mean, it's very well aware of that. Now, Sudhakar sir, how is Bharat Darshan going on in tribal welfare institutions?
So this this process is already started, sir, and we are shortly going to have the slots of the Bharat Darshan program. It is very good program, as Madam said. So the students are also very eagerly waiting for the chance, opportunity for them. So we are planning the shortcut. We are going to get all the information from the IRTC, and we will give the dates, and we are almost ready to make the students to departure from for all these places.
Okay. Ma'am, we also last year initiated a program called Each One Teach One or Each One Teach 10. Last year's one of the resolve was Each One Teach 10. I think to a certain extent our children were very successful in that. In fact, the Summer Samurai project also, that was one of the projects we have given Each One Teach 10. And from here and there we could find the sparks of excellence from here and there. And the children did quite well. Now, last year also we said about community service, wherein we lack that sense, you know, doing a kind of service to our own community, our own society. So what do you talk about, how do you value that service called community service? How far was it useful in our society last year?
Yeah, it has initiated some enthusiasm among students and teachers to contribute something to the community, which is bearing us, and they are with their taxes only we are running our society. This is a big contribution from community to the government.
Yes, exactly.
So in return we have to give them something, and there are so many problems, so many issues in the community, and some might know the solutions for that, and some they are unable to solve their problems. Yes. They are unable to overcome these issues. Yes. So at this juncture our students, if they enter into community service, they can go to nearby community, they can teach the community the literacy, the good habits, the career guidance for them. They can give their career guidance and guidance to the community. In turn, the community can guide these guys,
yes,
their wards,
yes,
to choose better and nice professions for them.
Yes.
This will give a boost to their dreams. Every parent has some dreams, but they don't know how to get these dreams come true in their lives.
Yes.
How to prepare their students, how to prepare their wards to realize their dreams.
Yes.
So many these things are there. Superstitious beliefs and gender disparity, gender inequality, treating girls like somewhat in a different way, and bringing up boys in some different kind of culture. This all has to be resolved.
Yes.
Before we want to go further, we want to make 21st century a brighter world for students. These issues to be resolved in the community.
Yes,
So
yes.
our students can go into the community, they can interact with them, they need not quarrel with them, they need not dispute with the community.
Yes, that's good.
First,
Yeah.
they have to enter into the community, observe them, and in a smooth and amicable way,
Yes.
they can find and they can teach them some
Yes, ma'am.
solutions
Exactly.
for their problems.
Yeah.
And slowly we expect a change in community.
Yes.
We are not going to change the community overnight.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
the students will, my viewers will recall to mind once what Swami Vivekananda said. He said, the service to humanity is service to God. So when we serve others, we serve God, the unseen God. We serve ourselves, we put ourselves at the disposal of others. That is something very noble thing we can do. Ma'am, I think one of the favorite subject is liberating the students from the drudgery of the classrooms. That is the boredom of the classroom.
Yeah.
In fact, when we had the principals conference on 7th and 8th of December, I remember that was one of the topic which was very hotly debated.
Yes.
And many principals were for it. They all said, come, let us liberate our students, let us give them a tension-free learning in the classrooms, let us not confine teaching and learning into the four walls of the classrooms. I think that was one of the topic last year we also started, but somehow we could not proceed much ahead about it. Now, what is your take on liberating the students from the drudgery of the classroom or the boredom of the classroom?
Yes. As per Rajaji, the school must be like that. The students have to run to attend the school.
Yes.
And they reject to leave the school.
Yeah. Now what is happening
Yes.
is most of the
What is happening?
students run away
Run away
from
from the
the school.
schools.
Instead of running to the
Yeah,
school.
coming.
That's I think we
Yeah.
are partially to blame. The educators are partially to blame. Yes.
We are confined our conservative mode of teaching or conservative idea of classroom is making students to run away from the classroom. That's why we expect our students to come on the reopening day, but they take 5 or 6 days more or 15 days more to attend the school. Our secretary's aim is to break this monotony.
Exactly.
Yes, break this monotony, break this type of classroom setup, and to search for new classrooms, which new class, new education, new learning, not classrooms. We want to break the walls of the classrooms, but not literally to break the walls of the classrooms. Take students away from the classrooms and make learning more enthusiastic, more empirical, more experimental.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
If they want to teach the cultivation of paddy, for example,
Yeah.
students can be taken to a field.
Yes. Field visit.
Field visit.
Yes. Exactly.
And they want to teach a functioning of a bank.
Yes.
The students can be taken to a bank with the permission of bank authorities, and they can be taught about accounting, opening an account, what difference between savings bank account, current bank account, regarding check, demand draft and all.
Yes.
They learn practically.
Exactly.
And it remains in their minds forever.
Exactly.
Yes. And there is no chance of forgetting
Yes.
about this experience. So we are here to give them experiences, not explanations, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this experienced based learning has to take place in future from now onwards. Not in future means we are not going to plan for a Vision 2020. From right now, this type of teaching and learning process has to be taken place. This is what what means the breaking of the walls.
Yes.
And the functioning of this tractor, they can take students to a tractor, and growing vegetables, and cultivating, using this, preparing this compost pit.
Yes.
And vermiculture.
I think I'm
Yes,
coming to the
etc.
next topic. You
Yes.
know, I think you are also an expert in that.
Yeah.
I think I remember when we visited you as a principal at Adaguduru, you had a wonderful kitchen garden there.
Yeah.
So altogether I put it in called green schools. So this kitchen garden is a part of a green school. So can you talk something about the green schools? How do you make our schools green? Like,
Yeah.
you know, establishing kitchen gardens or the vermicompost. Can you
Yeah,
talk more
yeah.
on that?
Yeah, in this context, I want to tell that we are lacking greenery everywhere. But it is an essential thing for us to live. And the human race to continue on earth also,
Yes.
we have to protect this greenery and to curb the greenhouse effect. So, as a part of Haritaharam, we are growing, we are planting trees, and we are growing. And this is taking part in where the principal, staff and students are interested, and it is not being successfully implemented in somewhere where the slackness is there in the staff, in the students and all. So, to make schools green, to make our students healthy, to make the environment healthy, we have to, invariably we have to take these points.
Yeah.
Invariably we have to implement this. So our schools are having a sprawling grounds.
Yes, exactly.
And most of the schools have water facility
Yes,
also.
we have sufficient water as well.
Sufficient water.
Yes.
And we get this kitchen waste and everywhere.
Yeah.
So now we can grow kitchen gardens. In Adaguduru, I have grown this spinach, gongura, vegetables, lady's finger, and everything. We have used it for our kitchen purpose.
Yes, yes.
And students have enthusiastically participated
And I
in
think
that.
it is a part of the life skills as well.
Yes.
They'll also learn how to have
they enjoy working in the
Yes,
gardens,
enjoy
sir.
working,
They
yes.
enjoy working
It's
in
a break from
plucking.
the monotony, as you said.
Oh, yes.
Our previous topic was breaking away from
Breaking,
the
yeah.
monotony of the classrooms. It is a part of
Part of their learning also.
learning
Learning
as well.
experience
Yes,
we are
yes.
providing them.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Sudhakar sir, so have you started any kitchen gardens in the institutions?
Yes,
Is there
already
any, have you,
it has been already there in our institutions,
Uh-huh.
where the water sources and the compound wall and some protection is there. There we have already been started the kitchen gardens that have been used for these kitchen vegetables, like that what madam said. So, and also we are also planning to get the roof gardens and also kitchen gardens, for which we are going to give the amount to the principals to grow up, take up the maintenance of the kitchen gardens.
Yes.
We are planning for that one.
And how it is going? How are you planning to take it forward in the next academic year? I mean this new year, 2018.
So this year we are been added for the land available through institutions and where the water facility is available.
Yeah.
And we are going to give the exhaustive plan from the head office, and we are also going to supply the seeds and everything which are needed for the cultivating the kitchen gardens.
Yes. So thank you, sir. That is a very good information. What you said, ma'am. There is one more important point we need to touch on. Apart from the studies, I think we need to cultivate reading habits among the students. So what I mean is revamping of our library, restocking of our library, encouraging our students to read extra books other than their textbooks. So could you elaborate on this topic on libraries across our schools?
Yes, sir. Usage of libraries and reading habit among not only students, among elders also, it's going down day by day because of this media influence. We are spending most of our time and watching TVs and discussing and using this Facebook and WhatsApp. With all these influences working together, the reading habit of the people are going down.
Going down, yes.
Yes. So, to make a people happy inside and outside, reading is a must, sir. Reading gives them immense pleasure. It improves their vocabulary, it improves their expression, their language, their communication skills. Especially for students, reading gives immense pleasure if they fully indulge in reading. So, for students to cultivate this habit, first of all, our staff and teachers have to read.
Yes, exactly.
Read.
You lead by example.
Yeah, you lead by example.
Yes, exactly.
And we know that the most learned persons in the world are fond of reading. They have become like that through reading only, sir. Reading makes a man perfect.
Perfect. Yeah.
A perfect human being at least.
Yes.
And it gives them a window to the outside world. It improves their imagination.
Yes.
And it encourages them to write also, to produce their own works. Our students have to have this reading habit. It's a must, sir.
Yeah.
For that, we resolve to strengthen our libraries. We are giving them plenty of newspapers with so many copies.
I think our secretary is planning to have increase the number of libraries for different readers. It can be in the lower classes, it can be the middle classes, in the high school. I think he is working on that to revamp and restock and enrich our libraries. I think it's a very good move. Apart from our studies, we need to read a lot of books.
Yes.
Like one of these, let knowledge coming from all the sides. So Rigveda very rightly put it. Let knowledge comes from all sides. So this part of the library is also part of that.
Receive it.
Yes, ma'am. And there is one more very important topic. I think you need to throw more light on that. Is diversification into various profession. Whenever we ask the students, they know what do you want to become. Everybody wants to be an IPS officer after our secretary. Or everybody wants to be an IAS officer or doctor. So apart from these three professions, they don't find any other profession interesting, or they are not aware of that. So what can we do, and what is your take on that, ma'am?
Yes, sir. This is a very crucial thing, and our students know most of this regarding these professions only. If we ask them what you want to become and what's your aim, and they tell that I'll become a doctor, I'll become an engineer, I'll become an IPS officer or IAS officer.
Yes.
And they all need to become government employees, and government is unable to provide them opportunities and to take all our students into government jobs. So there are different professions basing on their talents, abilities and the requirements of the society. This diversification is very much in this 21st century, sir. So many jobs are there in the hospitality management, in IT, in programming, in providing this culinary arts, fine arts, filmmaking and theatre. They can make so many, they can enter into so many professions, sir, basing on their ability and capacity. And as far as our society is concerned, we are giving them every opportunity to show their talents, sir. So students can think of this, and teachers also can guide accordingly.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. That is a very good point. Now let us welcome wholeheartedly with a lot of enthusiasm and love. Let us welcome our secretary, Dr. R. Praveen Kumar, IPS, to today's show. Sir, welcome, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
It is so nice to see you with all smiles, surcharged to do more and more things for the society and for our students. So welcome, sir, for today's show.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think now it's time for to request you to open the Resolve 2018. The resolutions for 2018, we look forward, what shall we do and how shall we go about fulfilling our resolution. Sir, it is over to you, sir. No.
Thank you, Judge, and then friends, I wish you a very happy and prosperous New Year 2018. The 2017 has been a very, very successful, very eventful and very, very creative New Year for entire social welfare and tribal welfare residential education societies. And the entire credit goes to the teachers and the students, and head office only gives directions, but the teachers and the students, they are the soldiers who work on the ground. And then I have no doubt in 2018 too, you guys will really, really work hard and then bring a lot of glory to this society. So our Chief Minister is solidly behind us, and then our Honorable Ministers, Sri Jagdish Reddy Garu and Chandulal Garu, both of them are solidly behind us. And with their support, I think we can again scale Mount Everest once again in every field, not only in sports field, but every field we can do that. So as usual, every year we try to resolve, we take some resolutions so that we set solid goals before us for the entire new year. So this year also, entire office, after consulting a lot of principals, a lot of students, a lot of alumni, and every stakeholder for that matter, and we have arrived at 5 resolutions, and these resolutions now we would like to show it to you. After that we will circulate these resolutions to all the schools, and we request all the principals and the teachers to display them prominently on the boards of the schools, so that every child can recite those read the resolutions, recite them every day, and and practice all these resolutions in letter and spirit. This is the idea behind resolving, idea behind the Resolver 2018. Now let's go ahead with the resolutions 2018.
Sir, I think you yourself has to announce what it is.
The first resolution is I shall never vandalize. So because vandalism has been a big problem, and I am happy that you have realized that vandalism is a big problem. I know what is vandalism: when you are very angry, when you are not happy, when you are angry with the books, when you are angry with the school, when you are angry with your parents, when you are angry with your friends, and when you are angry with the world. So the easy target has been the school, unfortunately. The windows, the walls, and the taps in the bathrooms, particularly boys' schools, and the doors. Today I have signed a file where we had to spend about 5 lakhs to replace the doors in some of the schools. So bathroom doors particularly. So these things must stop at any cost. See, our Chief Minister with great difficulty is giving us crores of rupees to build the new schools. But on the other hand, our students, some of our students, not all, some of our students are breaking every conceivable tap. For example, in Sirpur Kagasnagar Boys School, we have replaced the taps, and then within 3 days again the taps are broken, and we are getting the photographs of those things. So even not cleaning the rooms, not cleaning the halls, not cleaning the not keeping the toilets dry and then clean is also a form of vandalism. So this year I hope this vandalism must stop, my dear friends. Please be advised, this is our money, this is our school, these are our temples, and these are meant for our growth, these are meant for our journey, these are meant for uplifting us from our poverty. So my request is, please, both social welfare and tribal welfare schools, particularly boys schools, we are really concerned with the amount of vandalism that is happening in the schools, particularly the dormitories. Don't write on the walls. Yes. If you want to write something on that, then we will create a wall. On that wall you write whatever you want to, but don't write on your walls. Do you write on your temple, on the walls of your temple? No. Then in that case you should not write on the walls of your dormitories and the schools as well. Yes, so sir. That is
that's I think it goes well, sir. I'm sure that the Sparrows will abide by the first resolution, sir.
Yes.
So let's go on to the second one, sir.
Yes.
What is the second one, sir? Like,
what's the second resolution is, yes. I shall improve my language. See friends, language is the key. We have been improving, and then today with a lot of pride I would say that social welfare and tribal welfare residential schools are way ahead of other schools. I don't think other schools, children of other schools and colleges will be able to speak like our welfare residential school students. But we should not be happy with what we have achieved so far. I think there is a lot of scope for improvement. I want everyone to conduct T+ clubs. I want students to conduct T+ clubs on their own. And we have started mirrors project to improve yes. The language, and then you must make use of these mirrors. Like when you stand in front of mirror, it's not only for makeup, my dear friends. You can talk to yourself, you can talk to English, you can talk to yourself in English, in Telugu, in Hindi, whatever language. Talk to your own image. That will give you a lot of confidence. Then you can also practice tongue twisters, you can also practice poems, you can also practice English songs. So with that you can improve a lot of language. So is the case with Hindi. Because the moment you cross your border of your state of Telangana, again you have to speak in different language. That could be Hindi, that could be Marathi, anything, but Hindi will go well with India. In South India you can manage with English and Hindi both. So what we are trying to emphasize is you have to improve your language on your own, and we are not sparing any effort to improve your language. So I request you to make use of this E+ clubs and weekly Saturday night activities and a lot of other activities, including this prestigious mirror project. Similarly, in one of the schools, in many schools now we are creating word walls. In word walls, so you will put all words on the walls of your school, and then whenever you come to school you can see the wall, and then you can see the words, and then you can weave a story around those words. Lot of things you can do, and then my request is improve your language. Similarly, write the diaries every day, and show your diaries at least once in a month to your teacher, not for correction but just to know what are the mistakes you guys are making in writing your diary. So
yes,
these are the things that
thank you, sir. The second one is also very good, and the third one is sir, could you just read it, the third one?
Like third one is I shall stay healthy and happy.
Happy, yes.
So this is my favorite.
Yes, exactly.
This is my favorite resolution, and I have taken this resolution. Let me tell you, very happy. I took this resolution when I was 17 years old. In those days I used to be like 17, 18, 19 years old. When I joined the university, my friends taught me how to smoke, then how to drink. Then we were totally broken guys. So we were riffraffs, and we were looking for direction here and there, but nobody was to give direction. Nobody was there to give us direction, and finally we had reached a stage of frustration. But some seniors, some very good professors, I still remember them, for example Dr. M.N. Reddy, all these people, they told us that, look, these are not good habits, they are all very bad habits. Then on that day we realized that we should not do it. Then we took a resolution. Today I am 50 years old, but last month in Warangal I ran 10 kilometers in 50 minutes. So every day I run for about 7 kilometers, my dear friend. Why do I do it? Because if I am healthy, I can serve SWREIS better. If I am healthy, if I live longer, then I can serve you longer. I can make millions and millions of Praveen Kumars, and then many more people like that. So this is the vision. But I feel very sad when in one of the schools, I don't want to name the school, in one of the schools we found 12 students drinking beers. Then I found 3 students jumping over the wall, going to nearby pawn shop, and then bringing cigarette packets. Is this the way SWREIS should live? I don't think so. Are we really doing justice to the dreams of our parents? I don't think so. Is it for this reason Baba Sahib Ambedkar has laid his life? Is it for this reason Kranti Jyoti Savitribai Phule has sacrificed all her respect in 19th century? Absolutely not. Today we are celebrating the birthday of Kranti Jyoti Savitribai Phule. That lady, she gave all her life for the education of women of all communities, not necessarily scheduled caste, scheduled tribes, but every community, including upper caste, so-called upper caste. So this lady has sacrificed, but if we don't respect that sacrifice of this lady, then it's of no use. So my request is, we must take resolution today itself that we will not touch any substance, obnoxious substance, then addictive substance, and then we will run, we will do exercise, and then we will stay healthy, and then we will take very healthy food, we will not take junk food, and we will live longer, and then we can serve longer. Yeah, yes, that is the third resolution.
And the fourth one is?
Fourth one is I shall not procrastinate.
Yes.
In other words, what is procrastination? Procrastination in simple terms is laziness. You do today's work after 5 days. You postpone. Finally, at the end of the deadline, suddenly all the work gets piled up. Then suddenly you get tensed up. Some people get really tensed up. Some people give up, and some people start crying, and some people get angry. All these things happen when you procrastination. Procrastination is nothing but postponement of the works that you have to do today itself. So Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Do tomorrow's work today itself." And today's work now itself. So always try to advance, have a perfect plan. Write in your personal diary, today I am going to do this, Today, tomorrow I am going to do this. Day after tomorrow I am going to do this. On Jan 15th I am going to do this. So this kind of, like, I see a lot of people doing summer samurai projects after they come back from vacation and doing in the schools. This is not a Sparrow mentality. So when you have a perfect plan, you must execute that plan with a lot of punctuality and a lot of precision. So this is what procrastination is all about. So please do not procrastinate. Please do not allow laziness. Our biggest enemy is the laziness. Our biggest enemy is the laziness, because we don't want to read the books. We don't want to play on the ground. We don't want to visit the places. So these are the things that procrastination,
Yes, sir. Thank
the
you,
baggage
sir.
of
That is,
procrastination. So I don't want you to procrastinate.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the fifth one is, sir, I shall face the challenges.
Yeah,
boldly.
I shall face the challenges boldly. So this is again a very, very important resolution for this year, because the last year has been a very painful year for me personally, because 2 students tried to commit suicide, and unfortunately one of the students died. It really inflicted a lot of pain on my heart. So, and not only my heart, so everybody is really pained by the turn of events. So friends, my request is, life is to realize life is extremely precious. You have been brought into this world through your parents for a purpose. You are living in this world for a purpose. You must leave this world with a strong legacy. People should talk about you even after you leave this world. You must live a purposeful life, but we should not get scared by challenges. If you fail in the examination, don't worry, we are not going to feel sad about it. We will give you another opportunity. If you don't understand particular topic, ask your friend. Don't feel egoistic. Don't feel inhibited. Don't feel frustrated. If you don't get any help from a friend, wait for a while. If you don't like reading, go to ground and then start jumping. If you don't like jumping, then go to a place and then start singing. If you don't like to go to home in the vacation, please tell us. We will organize a camp for you. So if you don't like to do all these things, and then just sit idle and then start meditating. But don't harm yourself. This is what we want to tell you.
Yes, sir.
This is one of the most important resolutions. In Sparrowism, there is no scope for self-harming. You should never harm yourself, neither you should harm others. You should never do this harming thing in the Sparrowism. Sparrowism has no place for self-harming. Life is very precious. You must save lives, but you cannot harm yourself. If you harm yourself, how can you save others' lives? Some of you want to become doctors. This year we could send 52 people to medical colleges. This year we are planning to send at least 100 people to medical colleges. When we send 100 doctors, when we make 100 doctors, how can we have our own daughters and then sons harming themselves? Never, 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 never. So this is one of the important.
Yes, sir. I think awesome 5 resolutions for 2018, yes. Sir. I think it is nice of you, and it is wonderful thing that you conceived the 5 resolutions. It goes well with the need of our society.
Absolutely, absolutely. And another thing I just wanted to tell you, so some of the important things that we are going to have for this new year, for this academic year 18 and 19. We are going to provide slim mattresses to all the schools.
That's an added bonanza.
Yeah. So some of your schools do not have cots, some of the schools are very new. So all the schools we are going to provide slim mattresses. Then similarly, we are going to make computer education in a big way. We have already started sending the computers, both social welfare and tribal welfare. All of you will really enjoy while staying in the dormitories. And the third thing is, we are requesting all the teachers with folded hands, please do not restrict the students to classrooms. If you restrict the students to classrooms alone, it cannot be called as school, it can be only called as prison. I don't want the schools to act like prisons or jails. Please take the children out. I am very happy that most of the schools in social welfare and tribal welfare, they are taking the children out of classrooms, out of schools to fields, the factories, then government offices and the museums, and then start teaching the practical, the theoretical concepts in the midst of the practical things. This is a very important thing. Another important thing for this year is flipped classroom. We are very passionate about flipped classroom. The flipped classroom has brought tremendous changes in the mindset of students. I feel so happy to see a lot of super students coming in hordes, coming in huge numbers to my office, and then I feel like giving my seat to them, because they are really brimming with confidence, and the way they speak English. And other day, Principal Secretary of Social Welfare from Punjab had come. He was so happy to see. So he said, Dr. Kumar, I have never seen such students in my life, and had I studied in social welfare residential schools in my childhood, probably by now I would have become a Nobel Prize winner. Wow. That's what the Principal Secretary of Social Welfare Punjab had said. So this is one of the most important events. And similarly, in all schools, you have to create compost pits. I am very happy that all of you are raising the kitchen gardens. For kitchen gardens, you need a lot of manure. So all that manure you can get from your compost pit, all the food wastage. So don't waste food. Absolutely, food is like kind of a very rare and a very precious thing in the schools. Please do not waste, and use that food wasted, the leftovers, for composting, so that you can create a lot of compost manure, and then all that manure can be used in your own schools. And then I request all the principals and the teachers to think seriously about these important things. Similarly, we are planning to increase the number of people who can go to Bharat Darshan, and the first batch is already enjoying their time in Araku Valley. And then when I see their photographs, I feel so envious. I feel so jealous, because when I was a child, I used to cry before my parents. Mama, please take me to this place, that place. My mom used to say, no, I don't have that much money. So okay, let us go to only nearby temple or nearby tank or something. But today, you are so lucky that Government of Telangana, particularly our Honorable Chief Minister, is giving us money, and then with that money, we are taking most of the students, and in future we are going to increase the number of students to 1,000 or 2,000, wherein you can see entire country at a very young age. So these are some of the things.
Yes, and I think you have one more thing in store for our Sparrows, that is. You are considering an idea of a Sparrow Ladder.
Yeah.
So could you sort of light on that?
Yes. So Sparrow Ladder is going to be the most ambitious project this year. Friends, we are living in the age of behavioral changes. So this year onwards, 18-19 onwards, we are going to put points on everybody. So when you join 5th class or 6th class, you are going to get flat 100 points each. So on these points, every day, every month, your teachers will have a behavioral exercise, and then they will add points to reward points. If you do well, you get more points. If you don't do well, your points will go down. And as a household, you will, like you have 4 houses, then for each house will have a cumulative points. And suppose if a house does not do well, it has to hand over all its points to other house. Yeah. So this is going to be a very interesting experience. And by the end of the year, you will get a lot of points. With those points, we will decide who is going to get what kind of rewards. And before you leave the school at the 10th grade or 12th grade, you are going to get a lot of points, and then we are going to give a nice certificate. And then if necessary, all those points, all those people who get very good points, we are going to send them to different places in this country. Yes. So this is what we are planning to do. So this is going to be, Sparrow Ladder is going to be a very, very ambitious and very interesting behavioral experiment in social welfare and tribal welfare residential schools. So I'm very anxious, not anxious in fact, but I'm very hopeful about this outcome of this project.
Yes, apart from these resolutions resolved 2018, do you have any other plan for Sparrows and teachers as well? Anything you really feel that yes, it has to go to our Sparrows, it has to go to our teachers? Anything like that for the 2018?
Yes, absolutely, because this time we are going to have a lot of digital experimentation in the schools, and then teachers will find it extremely useful. And we are also trying to make the students to give some digital classes with the help of teachers. And then teachers, the burden, we are trying to reduce the burden on teachers. The teachers don't have to shout too longer, then they can share their burden with the students. And then we are going to give a lot of digital equipment to the teachers as well, so that they can prepare well, and then they can show to the students, and then so that the comprehension levels will improve. And those teachers who are willing to see the better practices anywhere in the country, we are planning to send those teachers to different parts of the country on our cost. They don't have to pay even a single penny. And similarly, we are very happy that the Social Welfare Residence School for Fine Arts is doing very well. That experiment has really clicked. And in future, another thing is we are going to create a baby obstacle course in every school.
Yes.
So that you really bust the fear at a very young age, and then you can jump, you can walk, and you can run, and that is going to remove fear from your hearts whatsoever. So the baby obstacle course is going to be an innovation in all our schools. And we have discussed a lot with our unions on the teachers' welfare, and I think if everything goes well, our teachers also will get a lot of benefits.
Well,
we have already
will be a New Year gift to that.
We have already given a lot of promotions to our
Yes.
teachers, and we are very happy
Yes,
about it. All the teachers now, we are also going to get about 3,000 new teachers
Yes.
this year to all our social welfare and tribal welfare residence schools, and next year many more would join us. And I think you are going to see a radically different pedagogy in all the classrooms.
Yes,
we
sir.
are really
Yes.
hopeful about it.
Sir, one of our flagship program is Summer Samurai, sir.
Yes.
So, what is your vision for Summer Samurai 2018? Do you have any new plans,
Yes,
new
yes.
camps added to that?
Yes. In Summer Samurai this year, we are going to increase more number of people. Like earlier, last year it was 30,000. This year we plan to have it for 60,000 people. And also we would like to conduct a lot of competitions in Summer Samurai. Third is not everyone is very fortunate to get into residential schools. So we want to contact the social welfare hostels and tribal welfare hostels, and then rope in those kids also into these institutions. Okay, and we want to we want to make them part of our Summer Samurai campaign, and so that they can enjoy, and all the activities that you used to do in the last summer: horse riding, film making, theatre arts, then abacus, then Vedic mathematics, and then all the sports, including football, everything. So all those things are going to be there in this Summer Samurai campaign as well. And if everything goes well, we'll have a grand finale in Hyderabad in LB Stadium, and we are also planning to have spell bee competitions in Summer Samurai. And finally, we may end up choosing someone as Mr. Sparrow and Miss Sparrow of 2018. So this is going to be a very ambitious project, and then now you have to start dreaming Mr. Sparrow residential schools and then Miss Sparrow residential schools. So when I say Mr. Sparrow or Miss Sparrow, it's not only a body, it's not only the color of the body, it is a brain. So we give more respect to brain than the color of our skin or the size of our body. So I want you to eat well, and I want you to sleep well, I want you to dream well, and I want you to work well.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Now I think it is time that we ask our deputy secretaries for your final message for the 2018. Ma'am, first to you. What is your message to all the teachers and all the Sparrows across our institutions?
Sir, our schools should become a congenial place for students to learn, experiment, and find out on their own, to explore the world in a happiest atmosphere. And I request our teachers and principals to support and help our students to achieve these goals, sir. And finally, make our schools a happiest place for students to live,
yes,
and the staff to contribute, sir.
Very good.
This is
Very good. Now, Mr. Sudhagar, sir, what is your message to all the teachers and the Sparrows?
So this 2018 resolutions is very practicable, sir, and it is will be implemented in the institutions. The institution will be tremendously change in the attitude of the teachers as well as the students. This 5 resolutions are the most effective, and it will be useful to the student community in a large scale in the coming days.
Yes, thank you, sir. That is a very good message. And my humble message to all our teachers, my colleagues, is that let us make our classrooms a better place for our students to live and work and dream. And to all the Sparrows, make use of the best opportunities the society has bestowed upon you, the society has given to you, the government has given to you, and the secretary so religiously pursuing it, make sure that you get all the amenities from the government. So while we thank the secretary, this is my message for you. So now, after finally to you, apart from resolved apart, these 5 points are awesome messages. But apart from that, what is your message straight across the board to the teachers and the Sparrows?
Friends, my message is work harder, and future is yours, and whatever extent you want to go, please go, and don't ever feel that you are poor. Don't ever feel that your parents are not supporting you or your ecosystem is not supporting you. We are here as Sparrows, as the head office, as the employees of Telangana Social Welfare Residential School Society. We are here to support your dreams till the last point. Till you reach your goal, we are going to support you. My request is, please work harder, please dream big, and remember the 10 commandments. Remember the 10 commandments every time, and then transform your school. That the destiny of your school is in your hands. You support your teachers, and your teachers also will support you. So together, let us make our social welfare and tribal welfare residential school societies as the best societies in this country. 2018 must belong to these societies, none else. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir. I think very good message the secretary has given. Yes, the society is yours, the society is ours. Let us grab it, let us make best use of it. And now we wish you, the team from all of us, the officers from the head office, especially from our secretary, we wish you all the best, with full of energy, with full of happiness and health, with a lot of experience. Let us surge ahead and complete this 2018, and let us make our society's dream come true, our secretaries come true. So see you, all of you, in Summer Samurai Camp, as our secretary said. Bye bye for the day. Thank you.
Thank you.